Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the rinks here in Hauppauge. This is the LI Sports Network bringing you more Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. A freshman matchup about to take place on the South Rink. Sachem freshman Warriors, Ward Melville, the two combatants. And we should be getting into the national anthem and the starting lineups in just a couple of minutes. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined right now by Rowan Loddick. Later on, Wally Mitchell will come in and do the camera. We got Travis Quigley, Sam Musnick, as well as Gabe Takuri holding down the North Rink because there's going to be some streams over there as well. We got 6 games for you all today. A lot of action to go through. So I'll kick it over to the PA announcer here at the rinks, and then we'll get into puck drop.
Okay.
15 minutes on the clock for the first period. We got Sachem and Ward Melville getting ready to do battle. The Warriors starting off on the right side of your screen. The Patriots on the left in the away jerseys. Nice clean white. As the puck is about to be dropped and is down. So we're underway here on this Monday night in the rinks. First game of 6 in total. Taking a look at the rest of the schedule, KPC Developmental will play East Islip Developmental for the first slot in the North Rinks. We'll follow up our game here with Sachem JV versus St. Anthony JV, their black team. A varsity matchup first of the day as we get a quick shot on goal. Rebound just goes off to the right side. Early action between these two squads. Puck held in the offensive end for Ward Melville. But like I was saying, first varsity matchup of today will be East Islip versus Pat Med Varsity. Our last game on this rink will be West Islip versus KPC. Another JV matchup as another shot is taken on net. We'll get our first whistle of the early period. And the last game of the day on the North Rinks will be Sachem Varsity versus Smithtown Hauppauge Varsity. That is sure to be a great matchup, so make sure to tune in to that later on. Travis Quigley will be on the call. Face-off goes towards the blue line. Held in by the Warriors. Lee trying to dig it out of some skates. Rosado doing a good job against the boards. Wins it back out in front. Takes a shot and hits it off the outside of the net. Breakout coming for the Patriots now. Swept away. Liliano taking a big hit at the blue line by Lee. His bench definitely likes that. Some more bumps as the puck travels off to the left wing corner. Lee holding it. Rosado doing a good job to pinch him there. Coming in for support. Zachary Berliant. Once again, he battles Rosado down low. Warriors still holding it in the offensive end. A lot of O-zone time for Sachem, but no shots. A drive from the point there is blocked out in front and now wanders out. And we're going to get a too many men on the ice, more than likely. Power play upcoming for the Patriots. Martinez trying to pitch it out, does get it past the blue line. Cuth sends it all the way down. Once again for Sachem as they'll force their opposition offsides. 15 seconds played in the power play, 1:45 still remaining for the too many men on the ice. Face-off will go into the neutral zone. Good news for the Warriors as they can slow this play down a little bit more. Cuth looking for Palomara. Martinez comes onto it but can't clear. It's sent off the glass and away. Allenberger looking for Palomara, and we're going to get another penalty, this time on Palomara for hooking. As we're waiting for the touch-up. No, actually that referee's arm was raised for offsides. I stand corrected. Puck once again clearing the zone, coming back. Starting goaltenders for today. Sachem has Sean Smith in the net. Smith making his second start of the season. On the other side, Anthony Tadaro. in his second start of the season as well. 35 seconds still remaining on the power play. Ward Melville having a little bit of trouble setting up. It's once again back for Sachem deep in their own zone. Donahue collecting on the backhand. He'll shimmy it up the boards, but not out. Once again, rotated in deep. Donahue on the touch-up. He'll try the opposite side. Lee holds it there and taken away. This could be dangerous as Sachem quickly rush up the ice. Lee doing a good job to get back. Joined now by Zachary Prim. Banks it off. Carly, trying to generate a shot from the blue line. A couple of bodies come together as we're back to 5-on-5. Not a lot doing in the power play for Ward Melville, but they were able to generate a little bit of pressure, more importantly, break the offensive stints that Sachem had in the offensive end. Lee back onto the puck. He'll leave it in the neutral zone. Tolliver dumps it in. Back out for Carly. Another nice bump around the boards. Carly once again at the blue line keeps this play alive for his team. Tolliver looking for Lee as he a little elusive, and another penalty will be called. As once again, Sachem touch up. So with 9:45 to play in the first, go to another power play. Smith not tested much on that first opportunity. Chance to be played out. Sachem get it away. Again, it's Brett Carly with the nice play. Comes loose for Knuth. Lead pass, Palomara skating after it. Has a lot of speed, collects on the backhand, then takes a spill. Puck still alive for Ward Melville. They have players out in front. Slid through the blue paint. Back down low. Looking for a tip was Palomara. Long Ranger deflects loose in the slot for just a millisecond. Once again, Sachem fighting it. Meyer plays it the length. Another stretch pass for Palomara. A little trouble handling it. Gets held into the boards by a player that just came on. Here's Waldner. He cuts past the blue. Quick shot fired above the crossbar. Sachem with a sequence of passes. Now they skate it up and out. About 30 seconds left on the power play. Looking at these two teams so far this season, Ward Melville 0-2 as well as Sachem. Both of them looking for their first win in this matchup. One of them's going to get it, unless we go to a tie. Nice couple of stick handles. Smith, fortunate that his defense broke up that opportunity at the last second. As we're coming down to the last couple of seconds in this power play, Lee all the way back forward in his own end, not going to be able to do anything with the remaining seconds. So we go back to 5-on-5 with the score still tied at 0. Halfway gone by in the period. Rosado strong on his stick. Smacking it around in the circle. Rosado still with it before it's finally stripped away and played out of the zone. Carly dumping it in again. Puck barely past Martinez. Back for Carly, now Lee. Pressured by Rosado. Shimmies over to the boards, trying to beat a couple of Sachem players, has some support from his defensive partner. But still Ward Melville having a hard time breaking out of their own ends. Rosado now gets the benefit of a turnover. Looks to go middle as Martinez couldn't get the shot off. Donahue skates up, dumps it in. Still putting the pressure on Ward Melville. Carly at the point, looks for a long-range wrister. Carly now at the half wall. Going down, trying to feed Martinez, who is out in front of the slot. Donahue racing back for the puck now. 6 minutes remaining in the first period. Drops it off, pass out in front, shot coming on net, but it was saved. Todaro now gets it off. Another shot from the slot, and he'll make a second save. Traffic jam out in front, tap pass, great save, second rebound, they score. Great opportunity out in front. Sachem find the early lead. They're up 1-0. So Gondolfo will get the goal credit after the mad scramble in front. Tolliver will get the assist. So it's marked down as 84-87. That's how Sachem get their first goal of the game. Smith challenged on the other end will get the puck under his pads. Palomara puts it around to the near side. Lee holds it alive. The first offensive zone time that I feel Ward Melville have had since their early power plays. Sachem are going to have enough of it right away and quickly get it forward. Lee trying to knock down that centering bid. Still got towards the net. Palomara now trying to clear. Once again, the puck is dumped in from the blue line. Lee now getting into a joust. Rosado almost had an angle on a shot. Lee back for it. Pressure coming from both sides. Spins it on the near boards, and it does squeak past the blue line. Palomara now getting onto the puck with a lot of speed, trying to drag around a player. He's taken down in the process. They both take a spill into the end boards. No penalties called by the referee, so we stay at 5-on-5 with Sachem carrying it out. They skate forward, 3-on-2 past the line. Shot coming is off to the left side. Karam's off the boards and once again out. As we'll get a whistle to pause play. 3:55 remaining in the period. Face-off will go back to the O zone for the Patriots. Off the draw, Donahue gets it. Nice little curl right there. Switches it on his angle of attack to try to get this puck away. Sachem have been doing a great job getting out of their zone, that's for sure. One of the things they've been doing exceptionally well all game. Couple of weaving moves for Apadesano as he dives down low. Has options at the blue line, instead tries to jam it out in front. Martinez was there. Apadesano back to Donahue, a blast on net, rebound out in front. Martinez poked at it, but it ends up bouncing off his skate and going wide. More pressure now for Sachem. Another shot coming in. Martinez still net front rebound. They score. This time it's Apadesano. 2-0 Sachem. You can see this pressure just piling on now for the Warriors. Rebounds, they create goals. It's one of the hardest things for goaltenders to stop. So Joe Capozzoli Jr. will get the assist on that. 2-0 now for Sachem. Their first goal coming at 5:38 in the first period. Second, obviously, was just at 3:09. So not exactly a bunch, but those are two goals pretty close together. You can see that the Warriors have definitely claimed the momentum over the last 5 or so minutes. Lee trying to slow down this attack by redirecting the puck off to the perimeter. Still worked into his own end. Not held there. Back into the neutral zone. Prim was tapping for the puck but couldn't get it onto his tape. Another centering pass as we're going to get a penalty called on that hit. First power play of the game for Sachem as Smith was ready to get out, ready to skate around a little bit. He was darting off to his bench to make it a 6-on-5. So Lee will serve the penalty. Face-off won by Ward Melville, and they'll play at the length of the ice. Palomara the quickest to the puck right now, just trying to hold it down there for a little bit longer. Good play from him to cycle it. Has a chance at the intercept, and Sachem might take an icing of themselves, and they will. So 1:44 to play in the period. $1:37 left on the power play. Justin Lee getting that penalty for interference, the official call. Puck battle ensuing in the corner. Sachem not with a lot of time in either the period or the power play to really hold on for too many options, especially not in their own end. Donahue pressured Palomara, forces him into another turnover. He'll just try to kill off more time. Could look for a shorthanded attempt. Pass up to the blue line. Shot was blocked by Apadesano, and now Sachem will take it back. Lead pass, not going to go anywhere. Donahue once again hounded by Palomara. Apadesano past a couple of players, and will get this puck in deep. Apadesano with it now, pulling up on his skates, avoiding a hit there, sending it out in front. Shot ramps off his stick. Stays alive down low. Under a minute to play in the power play. Opportunity in front, great save. Deflects over to the boards now. Apadesano will make a change behind the play as Palomara now carries it out. Loses control of his handle. Donahue, long reach, will send it back. Palomara getting into it now. A little bit of a physical game between him and Carly. Outlet pass to Martinez, trying to beat out this clock. 12 seconds left on the power play, under 20 in the period. In deep once again. Smith letting his team know that the power play is expiring with that paddle you hear. And we go back to 5-on-5. Period clock about to tick down to 0. And we will end the first with a 2-0 score. Sachem on top. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network with the second. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. Start of the second period is right now as Apatisano in onto the face-off, wins it back for his side. Puck exchanges hands a couple of times, is dumped in for Palomara now. Swept off to the far boards. Apatisano back onto it. Challenged by Palomara, gives it to his decor. Sachem, like I was saying in the first period, have been very good at breaking out of their own end. Something that can lead to offense, but I feel is mainly important for your defense, giving up secondary opportunities on plays, turnovers up top, that kind of thing. Well, it leads to goals more often than not. Additionally, when you get hemmed into your own zone for an extended amount of time, well, that's how you take penalties more often than not. As Lee is feeling that pressure, does turn it over off the boards as Sachem try to start a cycle down low. Apatisano controlling it there. Gives it up to the blue line. Wrong range shot blocked out in front for the Patriots, and they'll instantly sweep it clear. Palomara the first one to it. So he'll pick it off the boards and actually called for an icing. Very close margin right there. You got to feel for Palomara, who definitely put in the juice to get there first. So taking a look at the scoring in the first period, it started off with Gondolfo at 5:38, then followed up by Apatisano at 3:09. Sachem had a power play opportunity after that second goal and a chance out in front now. Great saves. But they obviously weren't able to convert on that power play opportunity as Ward Melville found their first kill of the game. Speaking of special teams, Ward Melville also had 2 power plays in the first, both, again, killed off by Sachem. So the PKs have been strong for either side. Donahue holds in off the boards. Bats it down low, sits loose in the right wing corner. Sachem would have an angle to center this. Donahue now from range, trading a rebound in front, loose in the blue paint, and it's a third goal for Sachem. And take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Again, you can just see what the rebounds are doing for Sachem in their offense. A lot of the heavy lifting would be the answer. That gore scold by Dylan Maisel out in front. Right back onto the ice for another shift. Maisel will find it. Pressured by two white shirts, and Ward Melville will find it cleared. Carly hustling back for it, turns a corner, now has some open ice to skate up. Good skill move right there, trying to get it off to Rosado. Under his stick, Donahue coming in now. Looking to dump in from the neutral zone. Gets in deep, Lee will pick it up. Sachem going for a line change as Lee carries it out. Gets past Martinez. Now the puck bounces around back from Meyer. Here's Martinez with a little bit of room. Poke check coming his way. His backhand is fought off. Puck now below the goal line as we're about 3 minutes through this second period. 3-0 the score for Sachem. Justin Bovich as well as Tyler Rosado finding the assists on the most recent goal, so both of them will pick up an A for their stat sheet. Here comes Prim cutting out in front, trying to go back between the legs. Smith does get on top of the puck, shuts down that opportunity for the Patriots. Apadisano on the draw, gets it off to the corner. Tapped up and free. Martinez cutting to the net, trying to look for a rebound there, never came. Meyer now cycles it. Martinez trying to center. And the puck will go down for an icing back to the O-zone. Gandolfo trying to get a shot off the draw. It said deflects out to Donahue. Looking for Rosado. Meyer to hold it alive. Karams around the boards, loose. Donahue the first one to it, puts it back the other way. Sachem now with some room to skate. Centering try hit off the apron, deflects to the corner. Rosado walking middle, takes a shot, loose in the paint, covered up. Here comes Palomara up the left flank. Jukes past a couple of players, rings one off the bar. Deflects for Lee to hold it alive for now. Palomara back onto it, trying to cut for a shot. Does snap it onto net, and Smith fights it off. Flurry of opportunities now for Ward Melville. Traffic jam along the boards allows Donahue to skate onto it. Donahue cuts past the blue. Pinched into the board, separated from the puck. Long range shot. Puck still just rattling around. Carly finally with some clean possession. Sachem still trouble trying to clear the zone right now. A big change from what I was talking about earlier on, but now they bank it out with some open ice to play with. Lee with a strong defensive play to get back in time. Palomaro with it again. Palomaro skating up, getting wrapped up, takes a shot. Smith, pad save. Some more collisions down below the net. Sachem find an outlet around the near side. Rosado with it currently. Sends it off to his left. Sachem doing a good job cycling as the clock goes down to 8 minutes left in the second period. That centering try went through all of those legs. Meyer at the blue line, pass down to the half wall. Apatizano now with a chance. The shot on goal will be saved. Todaro definitely saw that one through a bit of traffic. Apatizano will stay out there with his line for the ensuing O-zone face-off. Trying to muscle through. Lifts the puck into the corner. Meyer back for it. Taking the open space. Backhand pass will clear the zone, but not with possession. As we're halfway through this game, 3-0 still the score for Sachem. Dominating most of play. Ovich off to Apatizano, skating onto it with a little bit of speed at the goal line. Twirls and finds some more room, trying to center it. Actually, it was a pass behind the back of the net. Now it's out in front. Todaro, I think, saw it, redirected with his paddle. Apatizano, once again playing give and go with Ovich. Works his way up to the circle, muscled away from the puck. Now a chance for Prim to clear. Ovich is going to get called for a penalty. Apatizano with a little bump to touch up onto the puck, and now we will get the call in. Ward Melville will go to their third power play of the game, trying to find their first goal. Puck pass Lee. The team tries to get it back in. Donahue over. Now with it. Donahue checking up on him. The pass was good. There's no one there for Ward Melville to redirect it on net. Now the puck will squeak free. Martinez chasing in on Lee. Lee looking for a long pass to the blue line, has Palomaro, cuts up, trying to go middle, ends up as a pass. Puck loose now. And once again, it's Sachem, the first ones to find it. Puck rifled the length of the ice to kill off more time. We're halfway through the power play, just under 6 in the period. Lee at the blue, trying to find Palomaro. Instead, it ends up with Donahue. Can't clear the zone. Pass out, and now is again played the length of the ice. Strong PK for Sachem. Been the case all day, as they'll get a fresh 4 skaters out onto the ice to try to kill off the remainder. Only 25 seconds left. Here's Donahue with it. Pass up, Gondolfo. Can't work it away from Lee. Looking for Palomara. One more outless pass is now intercepted, and Sachem can probably kill off the remainder. 2 seconds left. We'll go back to 5-on-5. The Warriors' PK stays flawless. Rosado going state to stick. Works through the blue. Rosado trying to dive down low, looking for a sharp angle. Shot rattles away from him. Meyer at the blue line, passing it down low. Gondolfo with it now on the backhand. Good little flick off the boards. Doesn't net him possession, though. Meyer, good pinch right there. Generates a shot, rattles off a skate. Back from Meyer. Didn't have anyone in. Numbers for Sachem down low. This is going to be a big opportunity. Shot was saved. Rebound. Glove just at the goal line. Tadaro bailing out his team right there as they created a turnover. Up top led to Numbers down low. Apadisano and his line coming out for the offensive zone draw. Apadisano winning it, trying to get a shot from the slot. Poked off his stick and now taken up and out. Zachary Prim with a little bit of speed behind his steps. Prim trying to cut net, takes a shot on Smith, gets it with his chest. Rebound opportunity, couple more jam shots. Now it looks like Smith has it. Some more great play from this Warrior goaltender. Apadisano below his goal line. Maisel, can he beat his lone man back? Takes the shot, save made, rebound. Apadisano couldn't get there in time, and it's not held in at the blue line either. Back the other way for Prim. Icing will be called. Here's Lee with it down low, trying to get away from around the boards for Palomara. Clears it out of the zone with one pass, now creating a foot race. Smith can get on top of it and will cover up for another whistle. 2:41 to play in the period. Sachem was short a man to start off that play. Didn't really matter in the end. Great poke check. Gives the puck all the way back to Tadaro. And he'll take another stop in play. Rosado, good stick lift on the face-off. Does generate a shot from himself. Just a little off to the right side. Sachem battling at the far point. We'll take it back out for clean possession. Here's Rosado. Gets his team into the zone. Rosado with it now. Up top. Harley accidentally hitting it off his own player who was leaning over the boards. So that will cause another face-off, this time in the neutral zone. Oh no, actually going to stay in the offensive end. Zotto off to Martinez, tap back, Meyer, a shot, it squeaks in! Got enough on it, 4-0 Sachem. Is off this draw, Martinez, great little tap pass back. Meyer did get enough on that puck to have it work its way in eventually. That's how Sachem take a 4-0 lead. Apadisano comes away with it. Apadisano past the blue line. He looks dangerous on this shift. Shot will go off. Rebound out in front. Tolliver was there for a third opportunity. Meyer, the most recent goal scorer, will force Ward Melville off sides. Dono working his way to the blue. Broken up by two different Ward Melville players. Chance now for the Warriors. They break into the zone. Challenge upcoming. Dodaro is good for it. Under a minute to play in the second period. Up top, Meyer a shot. Blocked by an ankle. Apadisano challenging 1-on-2 with speed. Apadisano getting his wrister off. Rebound poked away to the boards. 23 seconds left in the second period as the puck is still in deep for the Warriors, trying to find one last strike before that buzzer sounds. Meyer puts one towards net but not on. And it looks like Ward Melville is going to be able to hold it there for just one more second. Now possession, they play it out of their ends. Clock hits 0 here in the second. We'll go to the third here on the LI Sports Network. Sachem still leading. Third period about to get underway. Sachem up big in this game, 4-0 the score. Puck drop, Rosado not able to win it. Palomara quickly past the blue line, looking for a backhand centering feed. Does come out in front. Prim whiffs on it. Palomara, with a backhand try, again goes wide of the net. Couple of early shots for Ward Melville. None of them testing Smith, as they're going to need a lot more where that came from in order to come back from down 4 scores. Palomara, again with speed past the blue, looking for a windup on his wrist shot, fought off by Smith, pops over to the corner. Sachem trying to clear, they work it up to the blue line but not out. Prim with it again, working towards the slot, his shot fired wide. Now Sachem They'll spend some time in the offensive end. Pass out in front. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Save made. Puck still rattling around and is now played to the perimeter. Up and out past the blue. No, I stand corrected. Warriors still with danger. Popped up high in front. Scramble for the puck will be won. Todaro got on top of it. Obviously always helped out by the referees when they blow that whistle when they think the goaltender has it. So Meyer, Melville scored in the second period. Apadisano and Gandolfo scored in the first. That's how Sachem has this 4-0 lead. Puck once again in deep for Sachem. Puck flies by the crease. Played out now for a long ranger. Tapped in front, but it was deflected wide. Or Melville. Again, they need to generate some pressure sooner rather than later, but Sachem, once again, good job breaking out. Apadisano trying to go coast to coast. He's out in front. Save, I think, was made. Did the referee signal a goal there? They did. Such a nonchalant reaction from Apadisano. But he did get the goal. It's now 5-0 in favor of the Warriors. So Apadisano listed in the score feed. Martinez on the assist. That's his second goal of the game. As once again, Todaro is tested from an awkward angle, this time good for it. Another scramble for the puck. Ward Melville. Bat it off. Carly with it here. Worked back to Carly now at the blue line, looking for a deflection from his team. Said Karam's Rosado. Looking for Melville down low. Ward Melville end up with it and trying to work it past the blue line. Somehow can't. Second opportunity, get it up to Palomara. Palomara muscling in for a shot. Donahue was there for the rebound, so was Carly. Carly gets it, sweeps it aside. And offside's called here by the refs. Prim trying to win it against Rosado. He gets it back. Rosado now past the blue line. Couldn't poke it around a defender right in front of him. Still cycled in deep. Maisel for Donahue. Lee goes state to stick. Stakes it away. Palomara trying to glove it down. His skates are taken out. Opportunity maybe for Prim, but the puck is just wide past him. Opportunity in front. Smith couldn't step on top. Ward Melville have their first. Esposito will get the goal credit. Assist over to Palomara, who took the original shot that created the rebound opportunity. Prim will get the secondary assist. Waldner dumping it around the boards. Donahue over there. Donahue, lots of speed as he skates forward, 4-on-2. Pass off Gondolfo, challenging Lee against the boards. Forces it deep. Lee still stick battling. Martinez comes in for support. Lee still wins out the battle. Now curling back to his goal line. Martinez will step up on him, separate the puck away from Lee. Ward Melville still a chance to clear, but Donahue shuts it down at the point, directing it back towards the slot. Now Ward Melville with some space. Stretch pass intercepted by Carley. We're approaching 5 minutes gone by. Crowd reacts as Smith had to make a save. Apadesano now with it, has Martinez in front. Instead, Apadesano will carry with speed. Wraps around one, and Desano in front of the net. Shot was saved. Dodaro was good for that one. Back out for Meyer. Reynolds drag it back into his own ends, waiting for the pressure to come. A pass off to the far point. Apadesano will lose that battle. Palomara trying to drag out in front. Covered up by Smith, who was quick to react. Esposito trying to jockey for control. It's played around him and a couple of more Ward Melville players. Opportunity coming. Redirection out in front. Dodaro got over in time, made it a save with the very tip of his toes. Here comes Palomara. He's driving on Meyer. Cuts middle. Palomara, lots of shooting room. Smith making an up-high save. Karam's off to the boards. Still a chance here as Palomara almost knocked it down with his stick back from Meyer. Then he'll pick it off the board. Skate to stick. Nice little move there, but doesn't net him possession. Meyer takes it past the red line. Throws it into the zone. Prim with an awkward bank. Ends up high in the slot. So we're under 9 minutes to play. Esposito gets it out. Palomara, good streak forward to this puck. Now Smith will activate as it comes towards him. Playing it off to the boards and going back to his paint. Here's Prim from the slot, uninterrupted. Smith a glove save. Lee not bothered by any pressure just yet. The puck just bouncing back and forth between both sides in the neutral zone. Clock ticking down to 8 minutes to play in the third. Most recent goal of the game coming with 11:13 remaining in the third period. That was Esposito from Palomara and Prim. Donahue with it again in the neutral zone. Before that, it was Apadesano assisted by Martinez with 12:45 remaining in the period. As the clock ticks under 7:30, half of this period gone by. Dodaro will cover up for another whistle. Apadesano couldn't win the draw against Prim. He'll flip it by a couple of players. Has Palomaro out in front. Does get the feed to him. Settling down the puck. Shot saved by Smith. Rebound opportunity. Donahue tying up Palomaro, and the puck will be played away. Smith able to reset in time. Another opportunity for Prim. Couldn't snap it off his stick. Now Donahue gets it off. Apadesano breaks it out. Has Bovic off to his left. Apadesano will drive here, trying to split the defense. Poked away from his control. Now a chance for both teams to settle down after that sequence. Bovic looking for a centering feed. Palomaro back. Mazel will hold on. Giving it to Bovic. Pinched into the boards. Loading up for a shot. Karam's off to the near side. Apadesano getting around Prim. Feed down low. And the save is made. Tadaro will pause us once again with 6:17 to play in the period. Room now for the Warriors. They'll put another one on net, blocked in front. Meyer tries to twist it along. Randolfo bumped off his angle. Puck still comes towards the slot uninterrupted. You can see the danger, and that's why Ward Melville reacted so quickly. Martinez finding the loose change. Rosado into the zone. Fading off to his right side, looking for a shooting lane. 5:15 to play in regulation. Still a 5-1 lead for Sachem. It's been that way for quite a while now. Opportunity. Tadaro made the save with his right leg. Puck free in the corner. Martinez skated over to force it in. Up top, Rosado. His shot hits off a stick. That was Palomaro there. Meyer at the blue line. Long ranger. Batted away by the Patriots. Banked in down low for Martinez. He's alone with the goaltender. Covered up by Tadaro, and will get the whistle. Puck somehow coming in front. Tadaro is quick to react once again. Another face-off, this time won by the Patriots. Palomaro tapping around a little bit of traffic. He's past the blue line into a one-on-one. Shot blocker save from Smith. Bounces up high to the corner. Sachem crowd loving the save by Smith. He's been solid all day. Offsides was the call, so we get another whistle. 4:03 remaining in regulation. Both teams have had their opportunities on the power play, but both penalty kills have been flawless. Lord Melville would have loved to collect in once or twice off those opportunities. Definitely would have made this game a much different scenario late into this third period. Bovic getting a little turned around as the puck went into his skates, and now it's broken away. Palomaro looking for some offense. Shadowed by Donahue. Good poke check from Donahue. Palomaro powering through all of it. Gets a shot on Smith, who closed his legs in time. Banks off to the perimeter and cleared out by Sachem. They'll skate back the other way. Played towards Tadaro. He'll spear it away. Off the glass, stays alive in the offensive end for Sachem. Opportunities will continue to dwindle for Ward Melville. At this point, it feels like Sachem, all they got to do is trip over the finish line, really. Lee. Puck does eventually clear. Meyer. And Ward Melville, a little trouble getting out of their zone. Comes all the way back for Meyer, He'll go back into his ends. .2:15 remaining. Bodies collide as Sachem try to get it out. Battle for the puck. Meyer comes in for it. Couldn't bank it off the glass, but now it is forced free. Shot is gonna go. Top right corner. Sachem finds some insurance late on. So Sachem back up by 5. It's actually their biggest lead of the game. As they'll look to close out the remaining $1:37 on the clock and collect their first win of the freshman season. Push them a little bit further forward in the standings. For Ward Melville, they'll drop their third in the row. Now 0-3 in the young season. Another opportunity comes into the kitchen of Tadaro. Not required to make his save as the puck just sailed off to the opposite end. Couple of players blowing tires there. Ward Melville play it out again. Carly flips it D to D and it's dumped in. Under a minute to play. Reminder that we'll have plenty of broadcasts for the rest of the day. Going on behind us over in the North Rink is KPC Developmental against East Islip Developmental. Following this game is another Sachem game, this time JV against St. Anthony. Their black squad, as an opportunity is down on the other end of the ice. Palomaro will score with 24 left on the clock. We got the end of that shot on this opportunity. Six to 2 now the score. Meyer off to Maisel. Look to return it to Rosado. Got 2 varsity games going on today as well. East Islip versus Pat Med. Sachem versus Smithtown. First game starting at 8:10. Second game starting at 9:40. Final 10 seconds. One more shot on Smith. Will make the save and keep the puck alive. His team will clear out of the zone, and that should do it. As the clock hits 0 here at the rinks, Sachem winning their first game of the season at a 6-2 final score. And we'll close out this broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Kevin Broderick, joined by Rowan Loddick on the camera. And we'll be back in just a little bit for our second game of the day, Sachem versus St. Anthony's, a junior varsity bout. Once again, final score, Sachem 6, Ward Melville 2.